Well, good morning, BUS22 students. This is Mr.D, and this is week number 3 in our 16-week course here at Norco College of Managerial Communications. And I just wanted to do another video and just go over some of the assignments that you will need to be working on this week. And also want to let you know that we will be doing a Zoom session this Wednesday at 10 a.m. And we'll be going over our individual presentation assignment, which I'll explain to you here in just a moment. But here I am on our homepage in Canvas, and I'm going to come down here. Of course, we're in Module 1 still. That doesn't end for a few more weeks. And I'm going to select Module 1, and that's going to bring me to our modules page. And of course, we're in week number, we were in week number 2. And in this week, you covered Chapter 2. You had a quiz on Chapter 2, and then you started your discussion post assignment, which is going to last for another 3 or 4 weeks. And this is where you are going to make an initial list of the do's and don'ts of business presentations. And then you're going to view and comment on other students' lists, and then you're going to refine your list. So you should have at least 2 versions of your list, your first list and then your final list. And you have 3 or 4 weeks to do that, to go over and steal other students' lists. Look at your list, look at their list, refine your list of what you liked maybe about theirs that you didn't have in yours, etc. Get it to where you have the final list of 10 do's and don'ts for business presentations. And that's really 20. It's 10 do's and don'ts for your presentation, then 10 do's and don'ts for your PowerPoint slides. Definitely should see something about how you use presentation software in your list, and I've given you a lot of resources in that assignment to help you do that. So make sure you watch all of those videos, especially the one that's the world's worst PowerPoint presentation. That'll be real helpful. All the other videos, you don't need to watch all of them, just enough to give you a good idea of what needs to happen with that. Also, we're going to move into week 3 here. Then we are going to be having a Zoom session. So on Wednesday at 10 a.m., I'm going to change the time on this. It was going to be 4 p.m., but I changed it to 10 p.m. or 10 a.m. because I will be in my office during that time, and so it's just more convenient for me. If you can't tune in at 10 a.m., that's fine. I will be recording it, and I'll be sending it out in an email later in the week. But we're going to be covering what's called the individual presentation assignment, and that's down here at the bottom on week number 3, Module 1. And what that assignment is it's actually you recording yourself giving a presentation about your 4 significant life events. And it must be recorded. If you use PowerPoint, it's pretty easy to do. So you need to lay out what you're going to say. You need to prepare at least 4 slides, probably more like 6 slides. You need to have a announcement or opening slide. Then you need to have a navigation slide that tells us where you're going to go with your presentation. Then a slide for each of your 4 life events, and then maybe a slide at the end that asks any questions that people might have. So that's really a minimum of what you're going to need, and you're going to put this together in PowerPoint, and then you're going to record yourself giving the presentation in PowerPoint, and then you're going to upload that to Canvas. Now, you don't have to upload it yet. You have a couple of weeks. You have 3 weeks counting this week to get the assignment done. I'm going to go ahead and open that assignment. So basically, you have this week. It's going to be due on the 24th of September for this term. And then you're going to be, this week I give you what to do, next week I give you what to do, and then the final week, 3 weeks, the 3rd week from now, you'll be actually recording it and uploading it. So make sure you read the assignment instructions carefully. There's also a rubric down the bottom, and there's also some presentation guidelines you don't want to miss. And the key here is that it's 5 minutes. So you can go 4 minutes and 30 seconds to 5 minutes, but if you go over 5 minutes, you instantly lose 10 points on your 100-point possibility. So I will be grading those. And then once you turn it in, I won't grade yours until you've commented and viewed on at least 2 other students' presentations. And once you've done that, then I'll grade yours. And I'll talk about that more in the weeks to come when we get to the week of uploading it. But this week, you're just going to get started. So you're going to start thinking about what are your 4 life significant events. You might want to make a little outline on a piece of paper, what they are, and maybe 2 or 3 or 4 things you want to say about each of those. And that becomes your outline. And then from there, you'll begin to build your PowerPoint slides next week. And then the following week, you'll practice and you'll record yourself giving your presentation. I've done this a number of semesters. Some students love it. Some students hate it. I can't make everybody happy, but it's a great resource for me to be able to gauge your ability to present in a business setting. So keep that in mind, even though it's very personable, make it as professional and business-like as possible as you do this assignment. But that's the big one. Now, we're going to be talking about that in a lot more detail at the Zoom session on Wednesday at 10 a.m. So how do you get to the Zoom session? Well, you simply come to the home page in Canvas, and you scroll down here to the table. It says office hours right here. If you select office hours, right here is the link. So you're just going to use the office hours link. Also, in the announcements, in the modules section, there will be a module link right here. So if you select Zoom session 1 on Wednesday, you select that, and there's the link as well. And you just select that link, and I will be in there. I'll give the presentation. I'll answer any questions anybody has, and that will be the Zoom session. Like I said, I'll record it, but I'm going to explain this assignment in great detail during that Zoom session. So this week you're going to be doing Chapter 3 on international. I think, actually, I'm not sure what Chapter 3 is on. Oh, it's actually, you're going to be getting into the beginnings of business writing. And so that's going to be Chapter 3. I think it's, let's see. It's international communications. And so you're going to be looking at cultural communication. You're going to be looking at improving your intercultural communication, diversity, equity, all those kinds of things within the context of communicating with various cultures. And then, as I mentioned, you're going to have a quiz on Chapter 3. I've included the PowerPoint slides, and then you're going to be starting your individual presentation. So this first module, the focus is on presenting individual presentations and giving a presentation. And then starting in Module 2, we're going to start getting into business writing, and Module 3 is going to be on employment communication, so resumes, cover letters, interview skills, stuff like that. So for right now, that's the main thing. So make sure you read that assignment thoroughly this week and get started on putting together your individual presentation. And make sure you read Chapter 3 and join me on Wednesday at 10 a.m. as we will be covering that assignment.